Brothers and sisters, I'm going to say something today that will make some people squirm, maybe even blow a gasket. And you know what? That's okay. The truth has a way of making us uncomfortable, especially when it collides with our personal opinions. When it comes to the Catholic priesthood, I'm not here to give you my opinion, the Pope's opinion, or the opinion of the latest YouTube theologian. I'm here to give you the truth as God gave it, not as we wish it to be. And the truth is this: only men can be priests. Not because the church is sexist, not because women aren't holy, but because Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, established it that way. And the church has no authority whatsoever to change it. Period. You've got to understand something. The priesthood is not a job. It's not like applying to be a firefighter or a school teacher. The priesthood is a sacrament, and sacraments aren't ours to tinker with. They are given to us by Jesus Christ himself with a certain matter, form, and intention. Change the formula, and you destroy the sacrament. I remember back when I was in the military, if you were cleaning a rifle, you had to follow the manual exactly. Skip a step, and you could end up with a weapon that jams when you need it most. In the spiritual life, it's even more serious. Change God's manual for the sacraments, and you've got nothing. Let's break it down. Baptism, matter, water. Form: I baptize you in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Matthew 28, verse 19. Change the words or use milk instead of water. Invalid. Eucharist, matter, bread and wine. Form: words of consecration. Luke 22 verses 19 to 20. Try Oreos and orange juice? Invalid. Holy orders, matter, a baptized male. Form: the prayer of ordination. Intention: to do what the church does. You change the matter, in this case, a baptized male, and you have no sacrament. You can wear all the vestments you want, wave your arms, and have CNN cover it live, but in heaven's eyes, nothing happened. It's like trying to make an omelet without eggs. You can call it whatever you want, but it's not an omelet. Mark 3 verses 13 to 19 tells us Jesus called the 12 all men, and no one in history was holier than the Blessed Virgin Mary. If holiness was the requirement, she would have been first in line. But here's the thing: the priest stands in persona Christi Capitis, in the person of Christ the head. In the Mass, the priest is a visible sign of the bridegroom giving himself to the bride. That sign has to signify. Just as bread has to be bread for the Eucharist, the bridegroom in the sacrament of holy orders has to be male. This isn't cultural. This is divine. Titus 1 verses 5 to 6. Appoint presbyters, the husband of one wife. In the pagan world, there were priestesses all over the place. The apostles could have gone that route if it was just cultural. But they didn't, because they weren't free to change what Jesus had said. I once knew a guy in the business world who thought rules were guidelines. He ended up in federal prison. The apostles didn't see Jesus' example as a guideline. They saw it as the constitution of the priesthood. Catechism of the Catholic Church, paragraph 1577. Only a baptized man validly receives sacred ordination. For this reason, the ordination of women is not possible. Catechism of the Catholic Church, paragraph 1121. Sacraments require proper matter, form, and intention. Get one wrong and you've got nothing. And Pope St. John Paul II didn't mince words in Ordinatio Sacerdotalis. The Church has no authority whatsoever to confer priestly ordination on women, and this judgment is to be definitively held by all the Church's faithful. That means it's not open for debate. Just look at the fathers of the Church. Saint Irenaeus, AD 180, tied bishops directly to the apostles, all male, against heresies. Saint John Chrysostom, the priestly office is conferred only upon men who can represent Christ as head of the Church on the priesthood. Tertullian is not permitted to a woman to claim any share in the priestly office on the veiling of virgins. You can't get more universal than that. Now let's tackle some objections. Objection number 1. Jesus was just following the culture. Answer wrong. He broke cultural norms constantly. He spoke to the Samaritan woman at the well, John 4, allowed women to be his disciples, and had them as the first witnesses to his resurrection. He was no coward. If he wanted women priests, he would have made them. Objection number 2. Women are just as holy. Answer, of course. Often more so. But this isn't about holiness. It's about the sacramental sign. Objection number 3. But God calls women to ministry. Answer, absolutely. Teaching, prophecy, evangelization, works of mercy, all vital. But not to the priesthood. Ephesians 5 verses 25 to 32 tells us, Christ is the bridegroom, the church is his bride. The priest sacramentally represents the bridegroom. A woman can no more be the sacramental bridegroom than a man can be the sacramental bride in the way the church is. Friends, this isn't about discrimination, it's about obedience. The priesthood belongs to Jesus Christ. It's his to give, and he gave it in a certain way. We don't get to change it because of modern pressures. I'll say it plain. You change the matter of holy orders, and you don't have holy orders. You've got a ceremony, not a sacrament. And in the end, Jesus said, "You are my friends if you do what I command you." John 15, verse 14. So let's be friends of God, not editors of his gospel. May God bless you and keep you, and may you always hold fast to the truths of Christ and his bride, the church.